G'day everybody and welcome back to another episode of Craft by Tim. So the other day whilst I was at work and cleaning up, I came across this little guy. It is a tiny little mummified frog, and I thought, wow, this is a really cool little specimen. I want to try and preserve him. So I came home and I found a little bell jar for him, and I think what I want to try and do is actually cast him in resin to preserve him for a lot longer. And this is the resin that I ended up with, a Boyle Crafty resin. It isn't exactly the right type of resin that I need for this task, because this isn't meant to be like deep pour, deep casting resin. This is like surface finish. I decided that my best course of action would be to do a trial run to see whether or not this would actually even work. So I did two different test casts. The first one was in this tiny little cup, and as you can see, it is now a solid piece of resin and plastic. And this was basically just a test of whether or not it's going to be cloudy, whether or not it's going to have any sort of weird discoloration, whether or not it's going to have a lot of air bubbles, and most importantly, whether or not it's going to actually harden all the way, or whether or not that top surface is going to be tacky. And the second one that I did was in the bottom of this cup. Same thing as the first one. Is it clear? Is it cloudy? Most importantly, it's dry on all sides, which means that it has properly hardened supposedly all the way through. So now it's on to the prep and the pour portion of this. So if you've been around the channel for a while, you might recognize this vacuum pump. And the truth is that I haven't used it for a pretty long time. Unfortunately, when I left it, I actually left it on its side. One of the seals was busted and it leaked out pretty much all of the oil that was in there. Not good. Bunnings doesn't sell vacuum oil, but they do sell paraffin oil, which I've read can be used as a substitute because it's the same as mineral oil. Now I need a way to actually hold this upside down, like so. There we go. That'll work. So our first pour is basically going to separate the frog from the top of the bell jar.
Next day. Day 4.
That was a really fun project. It's super easy to do, and like it turned out way better than I actually expected it to. Now there are a few things about this that I probably should have done a little bit differently, a little bit better. One of the things that I probably should have done a little bit differently is when I put the frog into the resin, I probably should have drawn a vacuum on it then rather than before, because the frog had so much air left inside him. As you saw it in the second part of that, once the frog was completely covered, you could see that there was bubbles just keep going, and they just kept going. And if I had a slower curing resin, I probably could have just left it going, but because the cure time on this resin is so fast, I decided to cut my losses, and there is an air bubble in him somewhere. I'm not going to be able to find it now. There it is. Otherwise, it turned out great. The convex glass really helps magnify him, so you can see a lot more detail in them. There is a few little speckles of dirt and stuff that got inside the resin. I did this in the shed. It's probably unavoidable. It's dusty. The other thing that I can see is there is a couple lines where I obviously stopped one casting and moved on to the next. To be honest, they were a lot more prominent as I was doing the casting. As the resin actually dried, they became a lot less noticeable. It's actually kind of difficult to see them unless you're really looking for them. I really like this specimen. I have no idea what sort of frog it is, so if anyone can tell me from this discolored little guy, then let me know. If you have any other suggestions for other things that you think would be cool to display like this, let me know. I might make a habit of doing these sorts of videos. They are fun and they're very easy, and I still have a fair bit of resin left over. So let me know what you think, and I'll catch you all in the next one. We have a very, very cool and exciting episode coming up, so I hope to see you then. In the meantime, do remember to stay safe, happy crafting, and as always, cheers.